Do you plan on leaving the hobby? This experience happened at a D&D game, but I invite any other TGer from MTG cards, RPGs, 40k minis, board games, whatever else. Story time. Playing at the local U, where some organizers have set up an RPG night every week. Because I feel it's relevant to the story, I'm over 35 plus and do not take courses there. Then why are you there? Oh, I started, that next sentence. I started attending because my friend is a professor at the U and the head organizer. At his request, I DM there off and on depending on needs and help out the event sometimes. If no extra DMs are required and I showed up like an idiot, us DMs pick up our infrequent game together, or we join the board game crew for the night since we share the same space and a lot of those guys are awesome. I was recently DMing one of the event pickup tables. This particular table was playing through a 4-session game. During some table talk, pre-game of the last session, one of the players, and I can't recall how this topic got started, stated that he won't be playing D&D, RPGs, or any kid games when he gets out of university. I asked if he was not enjoying our current game because I thought it was related. His answer was very calm and collected. He's a kid now and enjoys the RPGs, but when he's done at the U and has a real job, he plans to drop video games and RPGs so he can be an adult. I'm parafrasing. That sounds so suffering.
Yeah. Well,
I'm an adult now. I can't do this kid shit.
Look, I'll wait till the story's over, and then I think we'll interject, will we?
I guess I'll try. When I pointed out that I'm an adult with a real career in DMing for 20 plus years, he said that I are helping people at an event like a responsible adult. That's different. Apparently, one other at the table strongly shared his opinion of dropping hobbies that didn't fit into the adult life. Topic had to be dropped for A, my sanity, and B, one of the other players looked uncomfortable. C, I was there to run an event game and we had to start. Rest of the night went fine. That player even seemed to really enjoy himself, being excited about his warlock build. Question, do you younger fat guys... TGers, it's fat guy. Fucking noob. Do you TGers were fat guys, god damn it. FA/TG/YUS. Fat guys.
Oh.
Do you guys, hello my fellow TGers.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Look,
right,
it's even capitalized. Hold on. Capitalized.
I'll go for it.
Is this a fucking Redditor? Are we being infiltrated by a Redditor?
Yes,
by the Red Dirt tribe?
No! is that Reddit spacing? Anyway. Look, so for me personally, I don't play 40k anymore, and I haven't since about the start of 8th edition. The reason for why is because the game store that I went to shut down, so it did, and then it moved down the countryside, and it was a bit of a hassle getting to and from because it was in the back of a bar. So of course I would always end up drinking, and then I would be stranded like 45 minutes from home with my car, steaming with all my models, which wasn't a fun time. So I'd have to get Megan to come pick me up, and then we have to go get the car the next day, which was a nightmare. And honestly, it was one of those ones, and a lot of the people that I was playing with at the time just kind of either they moved away. One of the guys moved to like Australia, and there was just a lot going on at that point.
South Australia,
and I just haven't really got back into 40k since then. And you know one of the things that did me in was, so I was always more into painting, so I was, than actually playing. I would play, but I more was in for painting models, if I'd be honest. And it was Slaneshi Chariot set. It's absolutely fucking appalling, and I mean, it is one of the worst models. See, painting that, I must have painted it about 4 times, and I think it just broke me, and I don't know why. I kept saying to myself, like, it just broke me, and I just haven't got back, and I don't know why. Ever since then, I just have had a hard time getting really back into
it. Just shattered my shitter. I couldn't get over it.
Yeah, it did. It just broke me. But it was alright, because then I started getting more and more into role-playing games and whatnot, and it worked out really well. And honestly, for me, so... for IRL games, I would just go to like random events from time to time. It's not like a big thing for me, mostly because I don't really have much of an interest playing 5e like at all, and that's all that they play where I am. There's like one other guy that wants to play Vampire the Masquerade and Delta Green, and that's it. And no one else is interested in anything else. A bit of a shame, so I only play in person, but I think even though it's not always scheduled and whatnot, I'm really happy where I am, and personally I don't see myself leaving anytime soon, like at all. You know what I mean? I'm actually, you know what I'm really looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Ozzy being old enough to
I know. You can show
That's-
Ozzy his first board games. Like me with my stepdaughter, I love showing her like Monopoly or Sorry, and then like Munchkin after that, and like showing her all these cool board games, and it fostered her love of board games. So like, hey, like it's raining outside, we can't can't go fishing, we can't do our usual redneck shit. Like, hey, do you want to play a board game? Just really, hey, have you played Munchkin before? I don't think I have. Oh, let's play that. And,
I haven't actually played it. I hear it's good though.
It's fun. Yeah, there's a lot of expansions to it. But like right now, our big thing is Harry Potter games. There's a Harry Potter deck builder game. Anyway, but like this though, this sounds suffering. Sorry, I'm too adult to have fun. I'm gonna do adult fun things like drinking to death and playing pool. Like, like my brother in Christ, what are you talking about? Like, where did this mindset come from? Well, you're
post fun.
Well,
is fun.
Well, that and like he fucking contradicts himself. He goes, yeah, but you're an adult doing this, and that's responsible. Like, but he's still an adult who does this. Like, you can't do the exact same fucking thing.
I don't see a big problem with it. Honestly, I would say like role-playing games are more meant for like an older audience anyway. If I be honest with you, like most people that I come across into role-playing games are like the 25 to 40 age range a lot of the time. Like that's normally who I am interacting with most of the time. Because let's be serious, most of them enjoy more like video games anyway.
Well,
and like I'll put it out there right now. For me, I don't play video games that much anymore, like at all. Like it just, you know what it is? It's not video games that's the problem. It's the people that make video games are the problem. They haven't made a good game in years.
Yeah. Like right now, I'm playing hardcore WoW on stream because that's the most fun I've had in years. Because the risk is there.
Garbo, you're playing a game from 2004. There you go. There you go.
Like if that doesn't tell guys what like the only other game I like is Starship Troopers, that new game that came out. I love that one.
Oh yeah, that was good.
But still early release. In that game, there's not a fucking pronoun in sight on that fucking game. Yeah, because it's like only fascists play this game. I know, that's why I'm here.
What was the whole deal with that Starfield anyway? I saw something like that.
Well, it was a bit of a overreaction to it. It was an overreaction to. There's like, you can pick your pronouns in this game, and instead of like reviewing the game and how it plays and the gameplay, they just harped on, oh my god. They basically were being the people that we make fun of.
Pretty much.
Well, is the game good? Well, they got pronouns, but is the game good? Like Baldur's Gate is horny as shit, but it's still a really good game and people enjoy it. Like despite all the obvious fucking like rainbow shit inside of it.
Yeah.
And the effeminate town sexual druid. It's still a good game. You can kick people off cliffs and shit. Like it's still a good game. Yeah. And it's how those things are. But this sounds fucking. If like I said, you know what? I can't play with tiny spacemen. I'm an adult and I can't do that. I'd be fucking just suffering every day. So what are your hobbies? Yeah. I chop wood and I drink.
Yeah, like, see, that's the biggest problem I've got. Like, unironically, like where I am, like what hobbies or interests are there for people bar unironically just alcohol and that's it? You know what I mean? Like pretty much
smoking, alcohol, paying taxes.
My friends, pretty much all my IRL friends' hobbies, they don't even I would argue that they don't really have hobbies. Like a couple of them are really big into golf. I'll give them that. At least I'll give them that. Like that's a genuine hobby. But the rest of them, I'm not even joking. Like all they're really like big into would be like watching boxing and drinking and bets and putting bets on. Like,
so
that's about it.
So James, mark 9 minutes 50 seconds because I'm going to say something here. You want to bleep out, but I would rather suck a than deal with golf people.
I don't know. Golf isn't that bad.
I used to love golfing. I used to go golfing all the time. But I would never wear that fucking gay ass polo or like, yeah, your shoes aren't right. I know they're combat boots. Leave me the fuck alone. And I would rather blow the thickest alive than deal with those fucks ever again.
Yeah,
fucking insufferable elitists. I would rather no.
I was talking to one of my friends about this, and he explained the whole. Because I asked him, I was like, right, so what actually is the deal with golf? Like, why do they have to go through that? Like, where does it come from? Like, where is it about? And he says, well, pretty much the way he understands it is, whenever like a lot of like restrictions on you can't discriminate against people came in, a lot of golf clubs decided, right, well, we can still work out ways how to like the powers out.
There's a dress
what we'll do is
code.
we'll put a dress code in, but we'll make the clothes like stupid expensive, and there we go. But apparently, like the golf club that they go to, like, you know, it is getting to the point where you can wear like a t-shirt. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna, like, you need to wear, like, if you're gonna wear clothes, like you're probably not allowed to wear jeans or whatever, but like, you know, you wear a polo shirt, you're going to be okay.
Bro,
type of thing.
I would. So it's a big golf club, a golf club, like not like a golf club, but like a golf club. I would go to because it allowed veterans in for free, right? But I wouldn't wear that gay ass clothes. So what I'd do is I would have what I called my camouflage clothing. Where I bought a really cheap polo and shorts, and I go in, I go, hey, I'm here to tee off, tee time at 2 o'clock, all right, and to go out. Then I would immediately change clothes on the golf cart, pulling out Wrangler jeans and shit. Then I would change clothes on the golf cart because I was not gonna play in that fucking shit. So imagine me out there with like this vibrant anime shirt, blue jeans, and combat boots, fucking like.
Keep going. What is this about? Have any of you guys ever, like, Garbo, have you ever came close to like leaving, or have you ever like set stuff down for any length of time?
I've
since you've got into anything.
No, I've always enjoyed the hobby. I never felt compelled to leave or like be more adult, because the break from the adult life is this is my break. Like,
yeah.
After I'm done paying taxes and fucking getting raped by the government, I'm like, oh god, I can play a goddamn game, so great. You know, it's nice. Like, after being shot at for fucking half my life, it's nice to like pretend to shoot at stuff that doesn't involve like fucking bullets and shit. And like this kind of mindset floors me, because like I was telling you earlier how like I was playing a game with a bunch of 40K guys. Like, oh, how old are you guys? I'm 27. How old are you? I'm 24. How old are you? I'm 18. I could be your fucking dad.
Like, oh no.
Oh god. Oh, no. Like, how old are you? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Don't fucking talk to me.
Well, Garbo, I think you've been, what age have you been? I think you've been like 31 for the past like 5 years, I think, since I met you. To be honest with you.
I asked a lady at the game store, because she was kind of, making idle chit chat while her fucking rotund husband was buying Song by Some Fire models. And she goes, how old are you? I'm like, how old do I look? She goes, I think about 49. And I was like, God,
God damn it.
Bro.
I must say, you know what? I got a nice one sorted from some wee girl. I say wee girl, she must have been like maybe about 5. Me and Ozzy we were in the chemist, and we were standing in line, and there was a wee girl and her mum in front of us, and she ended up turning around and started talking to Ozzy, and Ozzy was doing it, he was like, you talk, whatever. And she asked me, "Is like, are you his brother?" It's like, no, I'm his dad.
Shut up,
like,
James.
How old are you? It's like, I'm 29. It's like, can you be someone's dad at 20? It's like, yeah, you can.
It's funny how me and James look the exact opposite. Like, I walk out, people like, it's like a shark in a school of fish. People like move around me and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm just gonna say, I think I look pretty cool. Just putting that like there. I used to think that was a curse. Now it's a blessing.
I remember when I was like, oh yeah, I was a soldier back in the day. He goes, oh, we're in the Gulf War, and I wanted to fucking slap this kid so hard. Yeah, I was a military police officer for a few years. And he goes, oh, we're in the Gulf War, and I wanted to slap his fucking nose off his face. Like, how do I fucking look to you?
To be fair though, like when the maddest thing is, there's people there's people that were like in Afghanistan, and then their kids also went to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I just think that's mad.
Well, that war went on for 20 years. So there were guys who went to Afghanistan and left, and their kids went to the same base they were at in fucking Afghanistan.
Yeah, like I think that's kind of mad. Like when you think about it, I think that's insane. But anyway, look, let's back on point. Do you plan on leaving the hobby? Do any of you guys listening? Do you have any of you guys like I've never left,
or like considered leaving?
I've had breaks. Like, there's just been times in my life where I've had other shit going on, and I just haven't been able to play. But I wouldn't call that leaving, because I'm always like, there's never been a point, I think, where I'm not like reading about it or interested in it in any way.
It's like having a moment, like it's gonna take a break, do something else for a bit,
Yeah, like I've had that, so I have, but I would never say that I've left. Would that be a good way to put it?
Hey, yo, guys, cost of living crisis and all that. You don't want to pay for models? Well, we got some paper models.
Which are like a fraction of the price.
Like, fraction of the price. And who actually wants to carry about a bunch of goblins? Nobody.
I mean, like, come on. Like, everyone's going to need a bunch of goblins. But how do you carry that? How do you transport
Exactly.
that? And if any of you guys have transported models any length of time,
You put it in a Pokemon binder and you take it with you. If you're interested in it, check this video out. It'll explain everything to you. And if you really want to, the link to the Kickstarter's down below and it'll explain it. And if you like it, back it.
also we do have some free ones, so you can go ahead, print them out yourself if you like them, you know.
Everybody likes free shit, so just go and try it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks. Also, the winner of the Deal Week giveaway is this guy. Yay! Woo! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's go back to the video.
Let's jump into this thread. Let's see what these boys have to say, if there's anything worth talking about. All
So he says, I did inquire about this later. The VP unraveled his take on the kid's logic as, this senior engineer is a slacker. He talks about Star Wars instead of doing his job because I don't really understand what his job is, and I can't understand why senior engineers are paid to be around to troubleshoot issues. And once he's fired, I can move up with more responsibility, and power and compensation. The others I've seen come in don't manage to become a cultural fit because they do not share hobbies with the rest of the team because they have this idea in their head that they'll retire at 35 and thus don't have time for hobbies. Never mind that we all know they're not being productive staying at the office 10 hours a day. It's a symptom of hustle culture.
I think, okay. For me, like, you know, I work a lot. I would say I've maybe got like 5 different jobs, like not even related to YouTube or like stuff that's public. Like, I do work a ton of different things, so like I don't really get to play as much as what I would like to, but I don't think that would stop me. One of my friends is kind of like that, but he's still like, he's one of the guys who plays golf, but like he doesn't watch TV or anything anymore, and he hasn't played video games in like years, you know. So I do know some people like that per se, but I don't know. When I like, I think no, I don't know. I don't know. You go for it. Do you have anything?
Like, even working at my hearth, which is 3 jobs, I still found time for a morning. Even now, I'm super busy. Super busy. I still find time for a Saturday morning to go and play with the boys. Like, this is it's not just about games. You know, I'm playing pretend. It's about going and talking with people who share the same interest as you and building camaraderie. Like I always say all the time ad nauseum, I'm sure human beings are social creatures. We have to go and talk to people, and it's like you do that by going and talking with people who you can go and talk to absolute randos, sure, but you'll get more appreciation out of those who share the same hobbies and interests as you. And humans need hobbies. You need a thing to preoccupy your time that makes you happy.
I think honestly, like, people, you will like see people that have like this hustler mentality. I'm telling you, like, now you need something to like. You need some way to like let off steam. You do need something. You know what I mean?
Whether it's like whittling or pressing flowers and books, gardening. Yeah, like if you work every day, you're gonna your brain's gonna fucking explode.
Don't get me wrong. It isn't that bad if you enjoy what you're doing, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you enjoy the work that you're doing, then it isn't half as bad. But like, see, for people that are like working like 100 hours a week and they absolutely despise what they're doing, you're not going to be able to keep that up for any length of time. You need to actually enjoy the type of work if you are planning on working like that amount.
Yeah.
You know, I just think there's no way someone can keep that up and not just complete burnout. You know, Ginny D style. You know. Anyway, let's keep going. It
is absolutely something that happens in both public and private sector employment. You know, the ongoing struggle to get knowledge/tech workers back in the office. It's in part because the opportunists are really suffering from not being able to take opportunities due to lack of proximity. It's hard to backstab someone when you lack access to them and to the people who necessarily be impressed by your cunning. That is actually quite true.
Yeah.
I have a friend who he works in tech. What he does, I don't know because I'm too dumb to understand it. I will say that out loud. Like, your job confused because I don't understand what it is, but he pays really well. But he says his life is so much better at home because there's no workplace politics.
See, that's the word. Like, unironically, I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever had a job that I say that I absolutely hated. I actually think I've enjoyed pretty much all the jobs I've ever had, and I've had some really horrible jobs.
Well, I
It's
think
the people that you're with.
Yeah,
It's
like
100%.
I think the more
100%.
the more physical a job is, the better it is. Like when I was doing roofing with all the Mexicans, I fucking loved those dudes because they were so honest about everything, you know. And there wasn't any drama. It was like, you know, I learned some Spanish too, so I talked to them like, hey, you know, I need a break. No problem, way. Go get some water. You know, it was fun. Working at Panera every fucking day was hell because it's like, oh my god, Shauna said that I look bad in my pants, and like, just bake the bread, Alexandra. Fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god.
there are
You know
days
what?
where, like, even though I was making more consistent money, I was like, I would rather be baking on a rooftop than doing this shit right now. I miss my
what?
Latino friends.
You know, there's nothing worse. Like, unironically, there is just nothing worse than work. Like, see, I've never worked in one place that it was like majority women, and I can tell you right now, it was not fun. That's all I can say.
Oh my
you know,
gosh,
like,
that is. I mean,
see the amount of problems I've had with HR over the years. You know how hard it is to get into HR when you work in a kitchen,
bro, it's almost that's no
impossible.
joke. That's no fucking joke. So me and James have both worked food service, and waiters are usually female, and so are most front of house staff are female. So like Panera, I would like. So me and the wife worked at the same Panera, mind you, and like I swear to God, once the other female workers knew that my wife was there and I was married and taken, it ramped up like 70%. You know, and like I had to like wear blinders like a fucking eunuch slave to like, you know, like don't look at him, don't look at him, they're gonna get a girl, don't look at him, you know, because like it was constant shit. And like I remember I told one girl, could you fuck off and leave me alone? Just fuck off over there on the other side of the kitchen. And I got yelled at for fucking telling her to fuck off, and I hurt her feelings. Like she's trying to grab my fucking zipper. Go fuck off over there, all right?
I will not be sexually harassed in work.
No, no, it's not that. Because my wife would fucking kill her.
Yeah.
Because Jamie is an ex-sled dog racer. She would break that woman in half. Like I couldn't risk my wife going to jail for some dumb bimbo, dude.
Not worth. Just not worth it.
No,
it's not worth it. I don't know, but I think that is something definitely when it comes to women. I honestly do think women find men that are married far more attractive, and I can't like.
That
I think it's
is
to do with
real.
like. I think it's to do with women. Like that level of someone else married them, so that means that they're decent. Like it's like an approval rating.
Yeah, it's kind of like a validation. We need that meme of like of like a doctor and soldier drinking coffee. Women. Something
like that. Anyway, so let's keep going. Is there more to this one?
Yeah, there is. I've also had a lot of people message me directly saying, "Hey, Anon, you went to Big U too. We should meet up for lunch." Which, yes, and sure, let's do the lunch thing. So you can tell me how nothing has really changed at Big U, but almost all of them are. Can you put in a good word with me in X and Y? I mean, I could if I knew anything about you. Of course, if you had a hobby, he would know things. But see, this is where hobbies also going to play for connections. If you play Shadowrun with the dude who owns a company, you build rapport with that dude. He's probably going to put in a good word for you because he actually knows you and interacts with you on like a weekly basis. On a professional,
this goes for any and all, anything. Like honestly, I think this is why like Freemasons are so big. Honestly, chief like local corruption and stuff. It's the same thing though. Like let's be serious.
It's just a hobby, bro. It's just a hobby.
Yeah, we're just like committing, man. we're just up to like doing spells and stuff, man. But like, trust me, it's just a group. Man.
Me and the fucking me and the boys at the lodge, like the grinning goblin and all that shit. Anyway, on a professional level, I don't care where you went to school. I tend to believe most people who go to Big U now are idiots who wildly overpaid for the education. Essentially, networking is a sales pitch, which is a pity because I will write a recommendation to admissions for a kid I'm familiar with, but not super likely to stake my professional reputation on someone whose actual product I'm not familiar with. To be clear, my dad also attended Big U, and we talked about this and the ethics of allowing yourself to be a part of an almost network work for professional advancement. We both tend to agree that without knowing the substance of a person's character and product, it's hard to make a good professional recommendation for them. TL, you're an asshole. Unless you're not an asshole. You just don't know the people.
You know what? This is one of those things where, you know,
Am I the asshole
to get your mates? Oh, do you want to help your friend get a job in your work? Like, you know, this happened to me once, where one of my friends, he was going in and out of work for ages, and he was always complaining about not having a job. And I'd been working in the hotel for about 2 years at this point, you know, and they were looking for someone. So I said to my supervisor, yo, one of my friends, he's in class. I was like, all right, okay, that sounds all good. Yeah, sure, I'll say to them. I got on this is back whenever, like, you know, you actually had like application forms, like a physical like printout. I got it for him, I brought it around to his house, give it to him. Never filled it out, you know what I mean? And just made me look like a dickhead. He just made me look like a dickhead. It's like, come on, guys. Seriously, like, come on. Like, this is like, see, after that, like,
now you look stupid to your fucking boss.
Yeah, like, unironically, that's the case. You know, I have got a few of my friends' work. I've got 2 of my friends' jobs, and also it was pretty fun working with my friends in the kitchen. You know what I mean? It was pretty good, and we all got along. But there was just that one guy that was just like, yeah, I'm going to have to be like really certain whether or not I'm like willing to like help someone get work or not after that one, because that was just me like an absolute dickhead. You know what I mean? It's just not fun whenever people pull that type of stuff on you. It's just not. Like, have you ever had that?
I mean, usually, not really, because I vet people a lot.
But not really, because you're not friends with retards.
Well, I mean that's part of it, yeah. Like, usually, if I tell folks, "Hey, you're fucking up, fix this," they tend to pay the fuck attention. Like, there are some that want I could use as a example, but you know, the thing is that's very personal for them. But if I see an issue, I'm gonna go, hey, you know, this is a huge problem. You gotta fix this shit. And I've built that rapport to where if I tell you, hey, you're gonna kill yourself doing this, people tend to go, oh, okay, yeah, and they fix themselves. But if you have people who like the fucking bra friends, like, hey, brah, you know, like those guys are fucking idiots. Like,
what, Australians?
No, like.
Jesus. I'm sorry.
God damn it. But people who haven't grown up yet, like, hey, bro, I was out fucking at the club last night. You are 35 years old. You should not be in a fucking club. What are you doing? Oh, you got hella drunk, man. And April was fine with that? No, April was fucking pissed. You're gonna ruin your marriage, Jake. What do you what the fuck? Like that shit. Ugh, God.
Okay, well, you know what? That's a good example. Let's go on to that, because, like, you know, that would be another example. People say this guy says he doesn't want to play role-playing games, he sees it as childish and whatnot. Unironically, like, you know, let's be serious. Like, see, once you hit, like, let's be serious. If you're in, like, your mid-30s and you're sniffing lines of coke off someone's fucking kitchen table, like, 5:30 in the morning, you know, what's going on, man? I just gotta ask that. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on there? You know, maybe you could do that, like, once a year, but not every weekend, man. Just put that out there, you know?
Doing lines of coke off a stripper's ass. At least I'm not playing D&D. Oh, my heart, it hurts. Like, there are guys who would rather, like, snort, like, pure pixie dust off of, like, a fucking stranger's asshole than play D&D. Like, this is manly. You're gonna die at age 42. You know that, right?
I mean, like, does a stripper have AIDS or not? No.
I mean, if you're doing coke off someone's butthole, it doesn't really matter, does it? Like,
I suppose, yeah, I suppose. I don't know. Like, I would argue that role-playing hobbies would be, they're in the same category as board games. They're kind of somewhat middle-class style, like, hobbies and interests. You know, I wouldn't consider them childish per se, but kids can play them. But, you know, I don't really know anyone who's like over the age of like 25 that's like playing like 5e, like seriously, if I be honest with you as well. So, like, you know, I would argue maybe 5e is, maybe that's just my like 5e, what's good, you know what I mean? Is that just my worldview kicking in there? You know, it's hard.
My
to really
worldview kicking in on D&D. Yeah. It's just my worldview. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I perceive people that play 5e as beneath me.
What kind of cracks me is that the first, I was kind of reading through while you're scrolling through, and like it's just like, well, when I become an adult, like, bro, you're in college. You're out of high school. You are an adult. You took a loan to go here, probably. Trust me, my brother. You are an adult, and it's just like, I don't know what it is with these fucking, I'm gonna sound like a boomer here, these fucking kids coming out of high school like, I'm still a child. You are a fucking adult, and I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't act like one. Like, I was at the coffee shop, and this happened 2 days ago. So I was working remote, and I was at the coffee shop, writing my smut book, and this kid, like, what's been like at least 19 years old, walks over, grabs my backpack, and moves it out of the chair I put it in at my table, and puts it on the table to take my chair. And I remember I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" Because he grabbed my shit. He goes, "Whoa, bro, whoa!" I'm so, and like I was like, "Don't touch my fucking shit!" Because in that backpack is my spare gun. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
My spare batteries, my wallet, because I put it all in the back so I can sit down and be comfortable. I said, "Don't touch my fucking shit! What's wrong?" I kind of went mildly army on him. He's like, "I'm sorry, bro. I just wanted the chair. You can't ask for the fucking chair. How old are you? Fucking 18 years old?" Like I was asked to calm down and shit because this guy walks over and just grabs my backpack. You don't just walk up and grab someone's shit. You're an adult.
Have you ever seen the show Boondocks?
Is it the anime?
You know the scene that I'm talking? Yes, the anime.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to bleep this out.
Watch where you walking, nigga. Hey, what you say, nigga?
Watch closely. You're about to experience a nigga moment. Webster defines the nigga moment as a moment when ignorance overwhelms the mind of an otherwise logical Negro male,
What did you say, bitch, nigga? Hey, squeeze it, nigga.
causing him to act in an illogical, self-destructive manner, i.e., like a nigga. Nigga moments are unpredictable.
Hey, wait, man, wait. This is stupid. Hey, you right, dawg. Look, let's put the guns away and go on about our business. Freeze!
But they all end up bad. If they had their own category, nigga moments would be the third leading killer of black men behind pork chops and FEMA. It's a fact.
But no, that was a bona fide Garbro moment where I just went from 0 to 10 because I don't like when people touch my stuff. Now adults know. You go, "Sir, you're using this chair? Ah, no problem, my good man. I'll give you my chair. Let me move my backpack. Ah, thank you, good sir. Thank you. And that's how adults behave in Victorian era of England. But but usually you walk up, "Hey, guy, using that chair? Nah, bro, here, you take the chair. Okay, thank you." But he walks up, grabs my shit, and moves it, and that's gonna send me off the fucking cliff. But all these people act like this. I'll probably just leave the hobby because the majority of the new players don't want anything to do with it. My experience is entirely with TTRPG, so I can't speak for board games or MTG or anything like that. Newcomers to the hobby are awful right now, and that is true. They are fucking awful, and I don't understand why.
A lot of them are. I would argue probably about 90% of them are.
What do you mean there can't be female Space Marines? Ah!
Yeah, there is some. You know what I mean? There is. You know what? Thingy, you should give the basic expert did a good video talking about tourists, and it was pretty good analogy, and he explained it very well. I think on his views, and I thought it was actually pretty well put together. So that's all I'm going to say. But that's cool.
So they don't care about world building. They don't understand the systems, and they don't have the patience to learn because they're fucking zoomers. They're fucking fidget spinners. I'm too busy to learn the fucking rules. With their,
that's why you play Workboard where there's fuck all goals, man.
With their tweeters and their fucking TikToks. Anyway, in the past 2 years, I could count the number. Don't laugh at me. I could count the people who actually read the rule books on one hand. They're so used to 5e, just letting anyone skate. Letting anyone skate. I love that. I love like I'm just fucking skating, bro. They're so used to 5e just letting anyone skate by that they think they can pull that shit with, say, Traveler or Cyberpunk and go, "Oh, Traveler would not." Yeah, that'd be fucking absolute chaos. This is a symptom of a core issue.
Cyberpunk. I think you can do. Honestly, Cyberpunk's not that hard. It's not that hard.
You can't really hand wave it. Most newcomers to the hobby don't want a game. They want a podcast. I feel targeted. They don't want to roll the jump across two moving wagons and spend precious seconds of their day looking at dice. They want to tell the DM they're doing it and just have the DM choose, so he can describe them doing or fucking up at doing it in a really funny way. Oh, for content, yeah. It also doesn't help that since none of them read the rules and none of them DM, they straight up just don't understand how much fucking work I have to put in to run their campaigns for them. So, 60% of the time, at least one player makes new plans the day before the session. They can't comprehend what a pain in the ass it is to make everything from scratch every week, which is part of that entitlement, I think. I want to do what I'm going to do. There's no cooperative value to it.
I don't know, like, man, I'm at the point where I just don't do prep whatsoever. You know, and I just kind of like show up on the day. I'm like, what do you guys fancy? All right, we can do something like that. Yeah, sure. Okay, that sounds good. As long as I've got it like somewhat set up. Like pretty much what I do is I just like, normally I'm like running Lamentations adventures. So like, as long as I've got it like set up in Roll20, I'm pretty much happy to go. You know,
it's 10 o'clock on a Monday. I'm already drunk and I have no prep. Hit it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like, for me, I prep. I would like to have it all set up on Roll20, but like, you know, not the end of the world sort of thing. I used to get hung up on prep. Like, Garber, when was the last time you did any prep?
Now, to be fair, I do prep 2 hours before the game, but it's mostly
okay.
I do prep, but it's not like I'm like, you know, planning out. Because most of these guys, like, I play every week. Most guys play once a month. So I just kind of like let the rice fall as it does on the table, and I kind of go, all right, let's make this happen. And I'll have like 18 plot setups they can follow with. They're going to spider out into these things, and basically I'm on a notepad, just minimal prep.
Yeah, I think. All right. Well, I think this guy brought up a really valid point, though. And it is a big problem where the bulk of people that are getting into role-playing games in the past, like 5 years, you would say?
Since COVID. All this shit started in COVID, man.
Yeah, I would say like really early 2020 got really bad for it. Ever since then, like
I read a D&D horror story once. I want to play the game.
That exact shit.
But don't get me wrong. Like, you know, it's like not everyone that's like, oh well, they start earlier doesn't mean that means they're bad. It's not like that at all. But like, let's be serious. You've came across the critical fans. You just have. Everyone's came across critical fans.
You can kind of just tell them. Like, they're basically breathing light. Like, I love critical roles. Like, oh, you're wearing 16 pins you're wearing 16 character pins in a rainbow flag. Great.
Nice. Very cool. I don't know. I do think it's something that I do think about. I wonder where the hobby will be in the next 10 to 15 years. Are these people going to hang about? I think some will. Not many of them, though. But there will be some. I mean, there's enough people that already, like, have it as, like, their whole lifestyle. It's like, don't you get it? I'm a nerd. I watch, like, Big Bang Theory and watch Critical Role. Do you not
fake
get that?
glasses.
I'm like, well, yeah, exactly. Like, the geek chic. You know, there is
geek
a lot
chic,
of people.
thank you. That's the term. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, there hasn't been a lot of people that have bought into that. Stop appropriating my culture, okay? You know, that's what it feels like, unironically. But I don't know. I think we're in for an interesting time. It'll be interesting to see though. Because you know, you go for it.
Well, saying there's also fad chasers right now. D&D's in vogue, and when it gets out of vogue, they'll drop like a hot rock and go buy something else.
Yeah, hopefully. I think the biggest thing will be what books are going to be being made and for who, and what products will be coming out. And I think that'll really dictate where we're going. You know what I mean? Because if there's going to be like if we're going to get more stuff like Citadel, I don't think they will, because Radiant Citadel tanked, so it did.
They won't survive more Radiant Citadel, dude. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, I don't think they will. But why are they pumping it out, that sort of stuff, though? Why are they doing Strixhaven? Why are they doing all that sort of stuff?
Because they're fucking stupid. That's why. We all know. We all know why they're doing it. Come on, James.
Well, they must be wanting to be money from it, though. Like, they are a company at the end of the day.
Yeah, so, like, but they're a company that's focusing on. They're laser focusing on the 1%. Like, let's make a book for our people, and realize, oh, they don't have any money, and they're gonna like, I mean, like, it's just like I say it all the time. Let's make a book for our people, our rainbow flag toting, fucking pride flag wearing people. Oh, we're losing money. Time to go for the straights. And they're I swear to God, when they lose enough money, they're gonna go, and let's make one for the straight boys at home. Squidward. Like, they're gonna turn tail immediately when they lose enough money.
I think enough people have left. Though, like, even
Miss
like
Carlton, call the Pinkertons.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Anyway, look, I think really dictates on where Wizards goes, honestly. Like, you know, I hate to admit it, but like, you know, and this is why I don't really like talking about Wizards all that much, but whether we like it or not, they do affect the overall health of the tabletop hobby as a whole, just because they do occupy so big a space within it. You know, so to ignore it, I think you're in the bulk of what's going on. Let's be serious. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it. I think like, you know, we're gonna see a lot more stuff that happens in video games. We're gonna see DLC. We're gonna see more loot boxes. Unironically, you think we're totally getting loot boxes.
Fucking D&D loot boxes. Could you imagine?
Yeah, we are getting that though, Garb. We don't even try and say that we're not, because we are 100% getting loot boxes. Like, there's no way we're not. It's just impossible.
They're calling like
not gonna at least attempt it.
Could you imagine people like I could imagine people going on fucking D&D Beyond for D&D done and buying their like daily loot box. Maybe a verbal sword come out this time. All right. Oh, it's only 4 strong healing potions. Okay, like
Oh, okay.
Could you fucking imagine?
Well, look. Well, this is the thing. Look at like this is why I don't really play video games that much anymore, because look at the absolute fucking state of them. You know what I mean? Like, let's be serious. They are absolutely appalling these days. Like, you know, everything that used to make video games so good doesn't really exist that much anymore, or at least it's dying.
It doesn't work hard.
Or there's only like a few examples of people that are doing it right in this day and age with video games, you know what I mean? And like, you know, depending on how popular some people get, especially when it comes to like writing books and stuff like that, is that what the market's going to be like? You know, I'm not even joking. Like, I've bought a couple books and they've came in and they've had fucking things about X cards in them, and I just look at it and I'm like, can I just send this back?
Did you see that thing I posted about the thing who you need consent to like mind flay your fucking players or some shit?
Fuck, go away. Go.
Oh, here's I got it. Okay, here we go. Character transformation. If the okay, I'll send it to you real quick. I'll send it to you in Discord, or you can have the actual screenshot. Yeah, sure. But I'll read it here. I'll read it. I'll fucking read it. Character transformation. This is from the latest D&D 5e adventure module. If the fanatics are successful, the characters might transform into mind flayers. Characters from outside the region might not be affected by the Far Realm ritual, although these details are up to you. Even if the characters don't turn to mind flayers, they experience increasing change as the fanatics' plot progresses. The following optional rules allow you to attract the effects of Far Realm influence on the characters. That's fine. Bullet block. Player consent is required. Before you use the character transformation rules presented in this section, check with each player to determine if they are open to their character experiencing physically transformative effects. A player will not miss game benefits if they choose not to use these rules for their character. How about you go fuck yourselves?
I'm just going to put it out here. Anytime I get comments from people saying like, well, you know what, James, see all these like X cards and stuff, how does this affect you personally? It's like,
how does this rule affect you personally?
Personally, it's like, well, you know what, maybe I care for the greater health of the hobby overall, maybe? Is that okay? You know what, never mind it. Just because it doesn't affect me.
It affects me personally because you're so fucking retarded that it hurts my brain.
Yeah, it hurts everything it touches. Oh my god. And you know what? Like, you know, with this has been a thing even... Do you think they would have been able to pull this off in like even let's say pre-COVID 2019? I don't think they could have.
They would have been fucking made fun of. They would have been railed on Twitter and Facebook like, look at this gay shit, right? You know, the players would have hung them out to dry.
I don't honestly think it would have worked out. I honestly don't. But they can get away with it now. You know, why are they able to get away with it now? Because it's the way things are going. You know, it just keeps moving slower and slower and slower, and eventually it gets to the point where it's like, yeah, you know what? That's the norm. That's just the norm. That's what you expect. And yeah, you know what? I'm done. Maybe this is maybe this.
You need my consent to cause damage to me because I was hurt one time in real life. You know what, DM? Right. I'm playing the X card. You're canceled.
Guys, all I'm saying is me and Garblue and a few other boys are working on a deck of mini triggers.
My deck of mini triggers that Garbro made for me.
A lot of the writing is done. A lot of the people in on it have finished their writing. The biggest thing is going to be the artwork. We are planning on getting 10 cards together first for promo stuff before it goes to crowdfunding. And of course, because it's doing crowdfunding and because it's a deck of many triggers, it's going to be fucking triggering. We're going to be doing it on
I cannot wait for
website.
James, I cannot wait for the smear campaign against us. I cannot wait.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
These alt-right incel Nazis.
This fucking deck of many triggers.
I mean, like I don't know. Like you guys will find out. I think it's gonna be fun and like it'll be worth doing. So like that's where
These
I'm gonna
podcast men hate women.
I kiss one every day. I don't understand. How do I?
No, you don't get it. We can. I love
but wait. But no thing is. But imagine our moment. We can go. But how does this deck of triggers affect you personally? And I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to pull that card out. But tell me, Mister Mr. Pronouns, how does this affect you personally? And I want to watch them fucking explode on Twitter.
Yeah, I love that shit. Honestly, like we'll just see what happens with all this stuff going forward. Well, honestly, I think most of them are probably going to ignore it anyway, because like I don't know, most of the time I just get ignored from a lot of these types, but like I'm more than happy because I ignore them. So like I'm happy enough like that. I'm happy to be left to my own devices. But anyway, like I think that's where we're gonna wrap up. Yeah, I don't see myself leaving unless like things get really fucking bad, and even then I'm pretty isolated because I play my own system and I don't really care because it's my game and I play with people that aren't fucking retarded, you know what I mean? Yeah, not good for a lot of people, but I suppose it doesn't affect me personally, so I don't really give a fuck, you know what I mean? I mean that. I just moved to that stance, like, well, you know what, it doesn't affect me personally, so I don't really care, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter at all. Nothing matters whatsoever.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you next one. Oh, paper models.
Go buy paper model. Go buy paper model. Have you bought them yet?
All those moments will be lost in time.